Do you have a bad credit this year? If you do, I want you to really follow this video from A to Z because I'll be explaining to you how to choose the best bad credit loan company. Okay. So the first thing you want to do here is to determine what loan terms best fit your needs. See, the thing is when you have a FICO score that goes from 300 to 400 versus 500 to 579, you don't have the same needs. You don't have you don't appeal to the same lenders. Some lenders want to really focus on poor credit poor credit borrowers, whereas others will work with you if you are borderline bad credit, fair credit. So you want to really determine what loan terms best fit your needs. What are your needs for? What do you need the money for in the first place? Do you need the money for, let's say, regular expenses? You need the money for, let's say, traveling for a wedding or for whatever in your house. So one thing for sure, you are going to cope with a high APR, but the high APR is not going to be the end of things for you. Okay, you have to really think about the fact that you have flexibility. If you have bad credit and you're looking for a bad credit loan, you're going to have a high APR, but you're also going to have a shorter repayment terms. Not a lot of lenders want to trust you with 10 years repayment terms or 7 years for that matter. So they'll probably give you 3 years or 4 years, okay, and give you a loan amount of 20 grand or 15 grand and the APR around 20 to 25%. So that's actually the ideal for you, okay? So one thing for sure, if you are going to get a bad credit loan, remember that your payment history is going to constitute actually the best proof that you can handle that amount and that you can be you're not going to default on the loan amount. So the APR is going to be high. The APR is going to be high big time. Let me give you an example. I'm going to show on the screen here an example of a bad credit loan of 5,000 with a 29% APR. So a longer term means a lower monthly payment, but the interest you pay could be thousands more. So you can see on the screen here, you have 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years, okay, with the monthly payment and the total interest you have to pay. So a personal loan calculator can help you calculate the difference in monthly payments and interest to better help you understand what fits into your budget. So if you're looking for a bad credit loan company this year, you have to understand that you have to read customer reviews. Don't just go blindly and choose a bad credit loan company. You have a lot of players, you have a lot of lenders that really take advantage, quote unquote, take advantage of low credit score borrowers. Okay, those are called the subprime lenders. Okay, and you have a lot of them, especially the payday lenders. Okay, so you got to really read customer reviews. Don't just trust them blindly. Even if you go to a regular bank, to a traditional bank like Citi or Truist or PNC or KeyBank or US Bank, you still want to read reviews because those big banks, they offer a lot of products, credit cards, lines of credits, loans. So you want to read reviews that revolve around the specific product that you're looking for. So, for instance, if you're looking for a loan, you want to read reviews about loans, okay, and ask yourself: is this bank actually issuing bad credit loans in the first place? So, customer reviews are really are an easy way to figure out whether or not you're making the right choice this year. Don't just trust them blindly. Once again, okay. And the cool thing is, you want to go on sites such as Trustpilot. You want to go on sites such as Triple B to actually get really the gist of the lender. Triple B, Better Business Bureau. You want the bank, you want the lender to be accredited by Triple B to be able to trust them. Okay. You want to pay attention to customer reviews around the application itself, around the origination fees, around the customer service. Because once you get the loan with a bad credit score, question is, are you going to talk to someone on the phone if the lender starts charging you crazy high, like a crazy high APR? So just be aware of that. So first thing first, determine what loan terms best fit your needs. Number two, you want to read customer reviews. And again, when I say read customer reviews, you want to go for the most updated. Don't go read a review that actually has been there for 5 years. So basically, if I continue on the same in the same vein as reviews, you want to consider lender reputation and the fine print. So if you want to choose the best bad credit loan company, the lender reputation is going to be very important, especially if you are reaching out to an online lender or an alternative lender. If you were to go to a regular bank, either a national bank or a regional bank, at least you know that they have some kind of credibility, right? They've been around for a while. They have brick and mortar branches, and they care about their reputation. So they're not going to really play around things like APR or whatever. Okay, so the lender reputation is going to be very important. So you want to first Google, use a Trustpilot, use the same platforms that I said to you a little earlier when I spoke about the reviews. Okay, use those to see exactly what works and what doesn't work. That's going to help you big time. And one thing I want to say also is that when it comes to reputation, think about their reputation in terms of customer service, not just reputation in terms of loan amounts, in terms of APR, in terms of origination fees. No, their experience in their reputation in terms of customer service. Beyond customer reviews, check how long the company has operated, where it is licensed, and where its headquarters are located. Because banking in this country is happening at the state level, and some states are very strict when it comes to banking licenses. So when it comes to lending, you have to see whether or not the lender is in a state that is pretty flexible in terms of loan requirements, or not really that flexible. Because see, when you have bad credit, you might actually not have the best APR or the best loan amounts. So if there is a problem, you have to be able to go to the right authority to complain. Okay. You also want to read the fine print. So fine print, like you read the fine prints. If you don't understand, you can ask a cousin. You can ask someone to kind of help you out. Make sure you understand the terms and conditions, the fine print. And you can also ask the lender any questions you may have before moving forward. Don't get excited because you're getting money. That money that you're getting, you have to repay it, right? So if you have bad credit, you have to make sure that you're putting yourself in the right position to actually repay the loan. So if you're looking for the best bad credit loan company, you want to identify any useful perks. I mean, very rarely do you have perks that are attached to a loan process, a loan application process, especially if you have bad credit. But sometimes this could happen. I mean, if you are actually applying at a personal loan at an online lender, let's say online lender slash fintech, for instance, you might have some perks. So explore the list of perks that they have to see if you can really you can really take advantage of those perks. So beyond providing a seamless lending experience and rapid funding, some bad credit lenders offer other perks to help improve your overall financial health so you are able to get things done a lot faster. Let me give you an example. You may be able to check your credit score for free directly from the online dashboard. Okay, some lenders also feature an assortment of financial tools, including calculators and educational articles to provide the info that you need to make sound financial decisions moving forward. Okay, and that's kind of cool. You can take advantage of those resources and see how they can help you out. What I want to say here is that when it comes to useful perks, remember that those perks are changing from time to time. Okay, and this is why when it comes to bad credit personal loans, my advice is to also go primarily with your financial institution. You want to go with your primary financial institution, your bank, your credit union. Why? Because then you are able to actually take advantage of whatever they are offering, and this can be done in in a symbiotic way. Okay, so you can really increase your credit score in the you can increase your credit score gradually while also increasing the amount of loan amount that you could qualify for. So if there are any useful perks, take advantage of them. Sometimes those lenders they might also give you the possibility to file your tax returns for free. Like they can give you, for instance, your TurboTax tax return for this year for free. So if you have it, take it and enjoy it. So if you have bad credit this year and you're looking for the best bad credit loan company, please try to pre-qualify. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. You want to pre-qualify all the time, and the pre-qualification is going to help you actually further damage your credit score. And again, I don't care what state you're in. I don't care. I don't care if you have a job or don't have a job in this economy. Any action that you can take to actually preserve your FICO score can really help you. Okay, this is why the lender that you choose has to accept pre-qualification. And the cool thing is that pre-qualification is actually a process that a lot of lenders allow you to have, whether you have a traditional bank or you have a credit union or you have, let's say, an online lender. You always have the possibility of pre-qualifying. By the way, even if you talk to an alternative lender, you can still have the pre-qualification process. Okay, in other words, you have a soft pull. They're not checking your credit. You're not checking. They're not doing a hard pull right away. They're doing a soft pull first, then giving you a series of offers. And if you're interested in the offer that they're giving you, then you can go ahead and you can proceed to the real things. And at that point, they'll do a hard pull. Long story short, the thing is that you want to really understand that if you are able to choose at least three lenders you can pre-qualify for, you are giving yourself options. And that's kind of important because the pre-qualification does two things. Number one, it gives you an ability. I mean, it really helps you see the potential you can qualify for, right? Because it's really a reassuring to know, hey, listen, I could potentially get offers like I could be offered potentially 30,000 or 40,000 or 50,000. So this will boost your ego big time. That's number one. Second thing is that you are able you are able to stem further damage to your FICO score. If you have bad credit, you cannot actually risk losing 10 more points or 15 more points or 20 more points because every points count. Every points count, and every point really is directly correlated to the APR you are paying to the bank or credit union in the first place. So if you're looking for choosing the best bad credit loan company, you have to understand that after you choose a lender, you have to really follow through the final steps, right? And the lender that you choose will actually depend on like what you do after choosing a lender will have to do with the type of lender that you have, the type of lender. So if you have a traditional bank, maybe they want you to really show up at the branch. If you have a credit union, then maybe they want you to show up at a branch. If you choose an online lender, they don't care. They don't care to see you physically at the branch, but they will ask you maybe to have a follow-up phone call, right? Just be aware that if you have bad credit, you are going to really, you might have to do some justification. They might ask you for a proof of like they might ask you to have 3 months of bank statements. You might have proof of employment, proof of financial health. In other words, if they're giving you a loan, they just want to make sure that you can repay the loan. Okay, and the best way to actually show that you can repay the loan is by showing them a bank statement, or if you have some knowledge about accounting, like individual accounting, you can actually create your own statement of cash flow, so you can show the lender what your cash inflows are and what your cash outflows are. And so if they see this, they can really have more confidence that you can repay the loan. And one thing I want to say also is that if you are approved for the loan, you want to review the loan agreement and ask any questions you may have before signing the documents. So before you actually put your signature on the dotted line, you want to make sure that you understand clearly what you're getting yourself into. It's one of those things where it's not about rushing because you're so happy because nobody wanted to approve you, and finally here is a lender who is willing to approve you, so you're all excited. I understand that. I understand that part, but don't really get it twisted. You want to really have a clear idea about what works for you, and that has to work not only in the short run but also in the long run. In other words, if you are getting a bad credit loan for 5 years, you want the lender to stick to their terms and conditions over the next 5 years. So the bottom line here is that if you want to determine the bad credit loan company for you, you need to consider your unique financial situation, right? And by the way, not just your financial situation, but where you are at, your city and state. Okay, the city and state where you are at, because banking slash lending in this country is actually done at the state level. So your unique financial situation will actually be the first foundation, but where you are at will also be the second foundation. So before you apply, you want to compare bad credit loan rates, terms, and fees from at least three lenders to find the option that best matches your needs and budget. By the way, when I say at least three lenders, you make sure that if you choose three lenders, make sure those lenders are all different in terms of their type, their loan amounts, but also their qualification process. The easy thing you can do is to choose one traditional bank, one credit union, and then one alternative lender or online lender. For instance, you can choose PNC for traditional banks. You can choose PenFed for credit unions, and you can choose, for instance, you can choose Prosper for online lender, for instance. Okay, that way you will increase your possibilities and see what's really available out there. Do not underestimate yourself. Simply because you have bad credit doesn't mean, oh, you are not going to get a loan. You are going to get a loan, but just expect to pay a little more, okay? To pay a little more in terms of origination fees, in terms of repayment window, in terms of loan, like in let's just say the loan amounts, the loan, not just the amount, the loan providers themselves. One thing I want to say also is that once you get a loan from a third party provider, if the lender is a bank or credit union, you want to let's say establish a relationship with them right away. That's going to help you not only settle this loan fast, but also in the future. But also, by the way, if you don't qualify for a bad credit personal loan, remember that you have other options. You are able to apply for a personal line of credit. You can also think about having a credit card cash advance. The bottom line is this: whatever you can do to increase your chances of being approved for funding, you want to do that, especially if you're looking for long term possibility, long term availability, and long term scalability. So that's important. So here's a quote in today's conversation. I explained to you how to choose the best bad credit loan company. I'll talk to you about determining your loan terms, the loan terms that best fit your needs, reading customer reviews, considering lender reputation and fine prints, identifying any useful perks, and pre-qualifying with at least three or more lenders. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.